Hello and welcome back. Back to Empyrion, Galactic Survival. While I'm loading this up, make sure the volume is turn the in-game volume down slightly. Right, while I'm reloading this up, I changed the difficulty, so I set them back to default. So there's no blueprint spawning limit, because that kind of sucks. So they've changed all of the settings from what it used to be. Now, start equipment was set on easy, but I don't know. I don't know whether that kind of made a difference, because this map that I'm using has changed the settings anyway. And now that I've actually applied the settings, my game has gone to a white screen. And now just minimized itself, which is fun. What do you mean couldn't connect to server? What? I wanted to resume game. Right, let me just check to see if settings did change slightly as well. I think only one changed, which is a little weird. Right, I okay that, and go back in, and they've saved. So if I now load up, right, there we go. Alright. Okay. Let me get my other windows back open. Oh. And there we go. Now the loading time is a bit long. And don't worry about this orange thing by here, that's my tea. Just made it as while I was making sure all the software was working. Right, so I'm quite far away from my base currently. That's because I've been scouting out, and the machine that I had, I found a better one online. I say online, in the Steam workshop. So I basically decided then to strip off the old ship, destroy it totally, had all the parts, built this new one. And I took off from the base and went into the water over here, I think it was either there or over there. And the tip, the front end of the ship, sank straight in. So I've been messaging the creator of the blueprint, and he's actually gone back into game himself to try it out. And apparently, even though he put mass blocks on there, or weights on the back, which would mean that the back was below low down then, and then the front end would stay up. For some reason this was having the opposite effect and pushing it that way. So I was in the water, in the cockpit. I had to put my helmet on and try and reverse this vehicle out. But he's since updated it. So I went with this vehicle, I got back up to base because I was using it. I got it back to base, dismantled it, and rebuilt a brand new one, and that seems to be working perfectly fine. So while the map is open, I'm going to tab out, look at my library, and he may have left another comment on it. No, that's a Steam one. The ship that I'm currently using is a hover vessel, a Droth E-150. Made by a guy on Steam called Robot Shark. So a shout out to him for doing a good job. I'm currently standing in front of the updated version. I spoke to him for a few hours, about six hours ago, give or take. So yeah, shout out to Robot Shark. I'll be letting him know that I've mentioned him in this episode. And apparently he is my friend now. He's probably offline. Yeah, he was last online 3 hours ago, and the last message I sent to him was 4 hours ago. Right, let's get back into game. So I've been around the map. I've found some bases and stuff like that around. I went back to the mining hub. I've sold some ingots to the mining hub and bought some off them as well. So I've upped my money slightly. I also managed to find, as I was coming over this direction, I also managed to find an admin building teleporters, which is where I'm at currently. Let me turn my light back on. So this is the hover vessel, and bearing in mind, watch out for the loud noise now. That is not the item's fault, it is these ramps. These ramps' fault. So it's got a nice flat bed on the back, which I like. This cargo container here and the one behind me is the ones I put on. He does say in the description that you can add your own, which is obviously what I've done. So all this stuff here I want to try and sell, but I haven't found a place to sell them yet. When I originally took the original one of these apart, these are what I had back from them, apart from some of the obvious ones. Like the crew, I've bought them ones to put back in my base. So it seems a little more lively. So that crate there and that crate there was the original ones on there. So if I flick this switch here, opens up these. So I've got small constructor, a fridge, O2 if I need it,